Stories and Documentary Network. Nestled amidst the verdant landscapes of modern-day Cambodia and extending into parts of Vietnam, the Kingdom of Funan emerges as a beacon of early Southeast Asian civilization. Spanning from the 1st to the 6th centuries CE, Funan flourished as one of the region's earliest known states, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural, political, and economic tapestry of Southeast Asia. Its legacy, though often obscured by the sands of time, reveals a dynamic society that pioneered complex governance, fostered vibrant trade networks, and embraced diverse religious beliefs. In this essay, we embark on a comprehensive exploration of the Kingdom of Funan, aiming to illuminate its origins, delve into its political structures, examine its socioeconomic dynamics, explore its rich cultural expressions, and contemplate the factors that led to its eventual decline. By delving into these facets, we seek not only to understand Funan in its historical context but also to appreciate its profound impact on shaping the early history of Southeast Asia. The tale of Funan is one of resilience, innovation, and cultural exchange, a testament to the ingenuity of its people and their ability to navigate the complexities of an interconnected ancient world. Through this exploration, we aim to shed light on a civilization that, while often overshadowed by its successors, remains a cornerstone in the foundation of Southeast Asian heritage and identity. Join us as we journey back in time to unravel the enigmatic marvels of the Kingdom of Funan, where history and legend converge to reveal a civilization that thrived amidst the lush landscapes and bustling trade routes of ancient Southeast Asia. The Kingdom of Funan, nestled within the fertile plains and coastal regions of present-day Cambodia and southern Vietnam, occupied a strategic geographical position in early Southeast Asia. Bounded by the Mekong River to the east and enriched by its delta, Funan's landscape was characterized by a mosaic of rivers, marshlands, and fertile plains. This environment not only supported a thriving agricultural base but also facilitated maritime trade along its extensive coastline and riverine networks. The Mekong Delta, with its intricate system of waterways, provided an ideal setting for rice cultivation and supported a dense population. Urban centers such as Oceo and Angkor Bore emerged as hubs of commerce, where goods from inland regions and maritime trade routes converged. The strategic location of Funan between the Indian Ocean trade routes and the Chinese sphere of influence allowed it to play a pivotal role in the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultural practices across the region. Funan's geographical advantages extended beyond economic prosperity to influence its political dynamics and cultural identity. The kingdom's proximity to the sea enabled interactions with maritime powers from South Asia, the Middle East, and beyond, contributing to a cosmopolitan society characterized by cultural diversity and religious syncretism. Before the establishment of Funan as a cohesive political entity, the region was inhabited by diverse indigenous communities whose practices and innovations laid the foundation for later civilizations. Archaeological excavations reveal evidence of early settlements engaged in agriculture, metalworking, and trade, establishing networks that would later form the basis of Funanese society. The influence of neighboring civilizations, particularly Indian and Chinese, played a significant role in shaping the cultural landscape of pre-Funan societies. Indian cultural and religious traditions, transmitted through trade and diplomatic exchanges, introduced concepts such as Hinduism and Buddhism to the region. Archaeological finds, including Indian-inspired artifacts and Sanskrit inscriptions, underscore the early adoption and adaptation of Indian influences in Funanese culture. Similarly, Chinese ceramics, coins, and technological artifacts discovered in Funanese archaeological sites highlight the kingdom's participation in the maritime Silk Road and its role as a nexus for trade between China and Southeast Asia. These exchanges not only enriched Funan economically but also contributed to the diffusion of Chinese technologies and cultural practices throughout the region. The origins of Funan are steeped in mythological narratives that blend historical facts with symbolic interpretations. According to Chinese chronicles and local traditions, Funan was founded by an Indian Brahmin or Kshatriya prince named Kaundinya, who is said to have married a local Khmer princess named Soma. This mythological foundation story underscores the mythical and historical connections between Indian and indigenous Khmer cultures, symbolizing the cultural fusion that characterized Funanese society. Historical records and archaeological evidence suggest that Funan emerged as a centralized state around the 1st century CE, with its early rulers consolidating power through control over trade routes and agricultural production. Inscriptions found in sites such as Angkor Boré provide glimpses into Funanese governance and religious practices, revealing a society that embraced Hindu and Buddhist beliefs alongside indigenous animist traditions. The establishment of Funan marked the beginning of a distinctive political entity that would shape the trajectory of Southeast Asian history. As we explore the myths and historical beginnings of Funan, we gain insights into the complex interplay of cultural exchange, political innovation, and societal development that defined this early kingdom. The Kingdom of Funan, emerging as one of Southeast Asia's earliest centralized states in the 1st century CE, was characterized by a robust system of kingship that formed the bedrock of its political structure. At its inception, Funanese kingship represented a significant departure from earlier tribal societies, marking the consolidation of power under a single monarch who wielded authority over a diverse populace and expansive territory. The institution of kingship in Funan was intertwined with mythological narratives that often traced royal lineages back to divine or semi-divine origins, symbolizing the monarch's role as a sacred and political leader. Kings were not only administrators but also patrons of religion, responsible for maintaining cosmic order and ensuring the prosperity of the kingdom through rituals and governance. Funanese kingship evolved into a hereditary system, where succession was typically determined within royal families or through alliances forged by marriage. This dynastic continuity provided stability and legitimacy to the monarchy, fostering long-term governance strategies that spanned generations. The governance of Funan was structured around a hierarchical administrative system designed to manage its diverse territories and populations effectively. At the local level, urban centers and provincial capitals served as administrative hubs where appointed officials oversaw daily governance, including taxation, law enforcement, and infrastructure development. Administrative functions were decentralized to regional governors and provincial administrators who acted as intermediaries between the central authority and local communities. These officials played pivotal roles in maintaining order, implementing royal decrees, and fostering economic development within their respective jurisdictions. The administrative structure of Funan facilitated efficient resource management and the equitable distribution of wealth and power across its domains. This decentralized approach to governance not only ensured responsiveness to local needs and challenges but also reinforced the kingdom's political cohesion and resilience in the face of external pressures. Funan's strategic location at the crossroads of maritime trade routes facilitated robust diplomatic engagements with neighboring polities and distant civilizations. Diplomacy played a crucial role in Funan's external affairs, enabling the kingdom to negotiate trade agreements, establish diplomatic missions, and forge alliances that bolstered its geopolitical influence. Historical records from Chinese sources document Funanese diplomatic missions to the Han court, where Funanese emissaries engaged in tributary exchanges and diplomatic protocols. These interactions not only enhanced trade relations but also solidified Funan's diplomatic stature within East Asia, positioning the kingdom as a key player in regional geopolitics. Beyond East Asia, Funan maintained diplomatic ties with South Asian kingdoms, particularly through maritime trade networks that facilitated cultural exchanges and the spread of Indian religious influences such as Hinduism and Buddhism. These diplomatic initiatives expanded Funan's economic horizons and cultural diversity, enriching its societal fabric and reinforcing its position as a cosmopolitan hub in Southeast Asia. In summary, Funan's political structure and governance were characterized by centralized kingship, decentralized administration, and adept diplomacy that contributed to its stability, prosperity, and cultural vibrancy. The kingdom's ability to navigate complex regional dynamics and engage in diplomatic relations with diverse civilizations underscored its pivotal role in shaping early Southeast Asian history. The Kingdom of Funan flourished with a diverse socioeconomic landscape that encompassed vibrant urban centers and productive rural landscapes. Urban centers such as Oceo and Angkor Boré served as pivotal nodes of commerce, administration, and cultural exchange. These cities were strategically located along the Mekong River and coastal regions, facilitating trade both domestically and internationally. Urban life in Funan was characterized by bustling markets where goods from across Southeast Asia, China, India, and beyond were exchanged. Archaeological excavations reveal evidence of sophisticated infrastructure, including brick temples, reservoirs, and administrative buildings, which attested to the kingdom's urban planning and architectural prowess. In contrast, rural landscapes in Funan were fertile and well-suited for agriculture, particularly rice cultivation. The Mekong Delta, with its network of waterways and fertile soils, supported intensive agricultural practices that sustained the kingdom's burgeoning population. Agricultural productivity was bolstered by innovative irrigation systems and agricultural technologies, ensuring a stable food supply for urban centers and surplus production for trade. Funan's economic prosperity was intricately linked to its participation in regional and international trade networks. As a maritime kingdom situated at the crossroads of Southeast Asia, Funan benefited from its strategic location along the maritime Silk Road and Indian Ocean trade routes. Maritime trade routes connected Funan with bustling markets in South Asia, China, and the maritime kingdoms of the Indian Ocean, facilitating the exchange of luxury goods, spices, precious metals, and cultural artifacts. Funan's role as a trading hub enabled the kingdom to accumulate wealth, expand its influence, and integrate diverse cultural influences into its societal fabric. Land-based trade routes, including overland routes connecting Funan with mainland Southeast Asia and China, further diversified the kingdom's economic interactions and contributed to its commercial success. These trade networks not only stimulated economic growth but also facilitated the diffusion of ideas, technologies, and religious beliefs across regional boundaries. Agriculture formed the backbone of Funan's economy, with rice cultivation being the primary agricultural activity. The fertile soils of the Mekong Delta supported multiple rice harvests annually, ensuring food security and surplus production for trade. Agricultural innovations, such as advanced irrigation systems and terraced fields, enhanced productivity and enabled Funanese farmers to maximize yields from their lands. In addition to agriculture, Funan developed small-scale industries focused on manufacturing goods such as pottery, bronze artifacts, textiles, and jewelry. Artisans and craftsmen played essential roles in producing luxury items for local consumption and export, contributing to the kingdom's economic diversity and cultural prestige. Technological innovations in Funan included advancements in metallurgy, ceramics, shipbuilding, and water management systems. Bronze casting techniques produced intricate artifacts and ceremonial objects, while ceramic kilns produced high-quality pottery for domestic use and trade. Shipbuilding skills enabled Funanese merchants to navigate maritime trade routes effectively, enhancing the kingdom's connectivity and economic vitality. In summary, Funan's socioeconomic life was characterized by dynamic urban centers, productive rural landscapes, extensive trade networks, and technological innovations that underpinned its economic prosperity and cultural vibrancy. The kingdom's ability to harness natural resources, foster commercial exchanges, and innovate in various industries contributed to its prominence in early Southeast Asian history. The religious landscape of the Kingdom of Funan was characterized by a unique blend of Hindu and Buddhist traditions, reflecting the kingdom's role as a cultural crossroads in Southeast Asia. This syncretic approach to religion facilitated the integration of diverse religious beliefs and practices, enriching Funanese society with spiritual diversity and cultural exchange. Hinduism, introduced to Funan through trade and diplomatic contacts with South Asia, influenced royal rituals, cosmological beliefs, and temple architecture. Funanese rulers adopted Hindu deities such as Vishnu and Shiva, incorporating them into state rituals and legitimizing royal authority through divine connections. Temples dedicated to Hindu gods served as centers of religious worship and cultural patronage, adorned with intricate sculptures and bas-reliefs that depicted mythological narratives and celestial beings. Buddhism also gained prominence in Funan, particularly Mahayana Buddhism with its emphasis on compassion and universal salvation. Buddhist monastic communities flourished in urban centers, providing spiritual guidance to the populace and contributing to the dissemination of Buddhist teachings. Monasteries served as centers of learning, where monks engaged in scholarly pursuits, translated sacred texts, and propagated Buddhist doctrines. The synthesis of Hindu and Buddhist beliefs in Funanese society fostered religious tolerance and mutual respect among adherents, contributing to social cohesion and cultural harmony. This religious syncretism not only shaped Funan's spiritual landscape but also influenced artistic expressions, architectural styles, and intellectual pursuits. Religious institutions played a central role in Funanese society, serving as repositories of spiritual knowledge, social cohesion, and cultural identity. Hindu and Buddhist temples, known as wats, served as focal points of religious worship, where devotees engaged in rituals, offerings, and ceremonies to honor deities and seek divine blessings. Priests and monks served as intermediaries between the spiritual and earthly realms, performing rituals to appease gods, ensure agricultural fertility, and protect the kingdom from natural disasters and external threats. Royal patronage of religious institutions reinforced the alliance between political authority and divine sanction, legitimizing the monarchy's rule and fostering social stability. Funanese religious practices also included ancestor veneration and animistic rituals that honored local spirits and guardian deities. These beliefs reflected a deep-seated connection to the natural environment and ancestral lineage, reinforcing communal bonds and cultural traditions within Funanese communities. Art and architecture flourished in Funan, showcasing a rich tapestry of artistic expression and cultural innovation. Architectural marvels such as brick temples, stupa complexes, and palace structures exemplified the kingdom's architectural prowess and cultural sophistication. Hindu temples, adorned with intricate carvings of gods and celestial beings, reflected the cosmological beliefs and spiritual devotion of Funanese society. Buddhist stupas served as monumental symbols of faith and enlightenment, housing relics of the Buddha and commemorating significant religious events. These structures, characterized by their domed shapes and elaborate ornamentation, embodied the spiritual aspirations and artistic achievements of Funanese craftsmen and artisans. Material culture in Funan encompassed a diverse array of artifacts and luxury goods crafted from precious metals, gemstones, ceramics, and textiles. Bronze sculptures of deities, gold jewelry, intricately designed pottery, and silk textiles attested to the kingdom's prosperity and cultural refinement. These artifacts not only served utilitarian purposes but also symbolized status, wealth, and religious devotion within Funanese society. In summary, Funan's religion and cultural expression were characterized by a synthesis of Hindu-Buddhist beliefs, vibrant religious institutions, and a flourishing artistic heritage. The kingdom's embrace of religious diversity, coupled with its patronage of art and architecture, contributed to its cultural prestige and enduring legacy in Southeast Asian history. The decline of the Kingdom of Funan, once a flourishing center of Southeast Asian civilization, was precipitated by a combination of internal challenges and external pressures that gradually eroded its political, economic, and cultural foundations. One significant factor contributing to Funan's decline was internal political instability and succession crises within the ruling elite. The hereditary nature of Funanese kingship occasionally led to contested successions, resulting in power struggles and factionalism among rival claimants to the throne. These internal conflicts weakened central authority, undermined governance effectiveness, and destabilized the kingdom's political cohesion. External threats also played a pivotal role in Funan's decline. The rise of regional maritime powers, such as the Srivijaya Empire in Sumatra and the Chenla Kingdom in mainland Southeast Asia, challenged Funan's dominance over maritime trade routes and territorial control. Competing commercial interests and territorial disputes further strained Funan's resources and military capabilities, leading to defensive engagements and territorial losses. Environmental factors, such as changing riverine patterns and ecological degradation in the Mekong Delta, may have also contributed to Funan's decline by disrupting agricultural productivity and exacerbating food shortages. Natural disasters, including floods and droughts, compounded these challenges and weakened the kingdom's resilience in the face of socioeconomic pressures. Following Funan's decline in the 6th century CE, the political landscape of Southeast Asia underwent significant transformations marked by the emergence of successor states and transitional periods that reshaped regional power dynamics. The collapse of Funan gave rise to successor states such as the Chenla Kingdom, which expanded its influence over mainland Southeast Asia and adopted elements of Funanese cultural and political heritage. Chenla's establishment of regional capitals, including Isanapura and Mahendraparvata, signaled a continuation of Funanese administrative traditions and diplomatic engagements with neighboring polities. Transitional periods between Funan and Chenla witnessed the consolidation of political authority, the integration of diverse ethnic groups, and the adaptation of religious and cultural practices. Buddhist monastic communities continued to flourish, facilitating the transmission of Indian cultural influences and promoting intellectual exchange within Southeast Asia. Despite its eventual decline, Funan's legacy endured as a foundational influence on subsequent civilizations in Southeast Asia, leaving a lasting imprint on the region's cultural, political, and economic development. Culturally, Funan's synthesis of Hindu-Buddhist beliefs and artistic expressions shaped the religious landscape and architectural heritage of Southeast Asian kingdoms that succeeded it. Temples and stupas built during the Funanese era served as architectural prototypes for future Khmer and Southeast Asian civilizations, including the majestic Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Politically, Funan's administrative structures and diplomatic traditions laid the groundwork for centralized statecraft and regional hegemony that characterized later Southeast Asian polities. The legacy of Funanese kingship and bureaucratic governance influenced the evolution of political institutions and courtly rituals across the region. Economically, Funan's role as a maritime trading hub fostered commercial networks and economic interactions that connected Southeast Asia with global markets. The kingdom's participation in maritime Silk Road trade routes contributed to the exchange of goods, technologies, and cultural ideas that enriched regional economies and facilitated urbanization. The Kingdom of Funan, though shrouded in mystery, continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike. Its role as a bridge between different civilizations, its advancements in governance and culture, and its legacy as a pioneer in Southeast Asian statecraft highlight its enduring significance. By unraveling the complexities of Funan, we gain deeper insights into the rich tapestry of Southeast Asian history and the resilience of its ancient civilizations.